Celeste, Zichronah Livracha, who I lovingly called Celly, was the youngest of my 4 nieces.
Celeste and I were co-presidents of Student Council.
I taught French to Celeste and all the other girls at Opana. She was a really wonderful dentist. People would ask me, why are you going all that way when you can go around the corner or something? And I said, because it's Celeste. We kept up with each other over the years because not only was I a patient, but I was also a family friend.
She was so attentive to every single patient. Even her message on her phone machine said, "I'm sorry that we're not in right now, but if this is a dental emergency, please call 905-669-6906.
She said many times one of the reasons that she loved being a dentist was that she got to help a lot of people, and that's one of the reasons why she wanted to be president of Student Council. She saw it as a way to devote her time and give back.
She wasn't going out of her way to become president of the Student Council for her own glory, but that she was doing it for the greater good of the school.
It's not surprising that she was successful at being president because my mother was very talented and smart, and she was the most organized and efficient person I know. So she would get more done in a day than most people would get done in a week. Even as kids, when we would have snack before bedtime. We always had a bedtime snack. We would have a timer on in the kitchen for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and we knew by the end of the 10 minutes, snack was over. She was very organized, very efficient.
She was really a model student, and she was our valedictorian. So in every way, she got along with, with all the teachers, of course.
She was always prepared, always willing to learn.
Celeste liked to sit in the front row of the class. My natural inclination was to sit in the back row, but I liked to sit with Celeste, and she was my very dear friend. So little by little, she convinced me to sit with her in the front row. Just hanging out with Celeste and following her habits, my grades improved.
High school is a very impressionable time in people's lives, and often the ideals that you leave with are the ideals that stay with you the rest of your life. I'm sure that Opana was instrumental in creating the person who she was. First of all, she married an Orchaim graduate. I also married an Orchaim graduate, and together we have a beautiful daughter who we named after my mother. She was able to perfectly balance being a working female, but also being an Orthodox Jewish mother. My mother was my biggest role model. My grandfather was an amazing doctor, and he loved helping others. He worked up until the day that, he passed away pretty much. Even when he no longer worked in the office, he still saw patients from his home because he just loved helping people so much. And I think growing up, when you see, your parents, that they love helping others and love helping the community, then, it instills those values in you as well.
Celeste was one of a kind.
I believe that she achieved in her short 51 years what most people don't achieve at 100. She achieved the crown of a great name. She saw her nachat from her children. She knew at the end of her days that a grandchild was going to be born to her, who subsequently was named a few months later after her.
We named her Chava Yakira in Hebrew and Celeste in English, in hopes that she will emulate the person who my mother was.
When I think of Celeste, my Celly, I think of Psalm 24, the psalm that you say on the first day of the week on Sundays. It says, "Who shall ascend to the mountain of Hashem, and who shall be worthy to stand in his holy place? He that hath clean hands and a pure heart." Celeste had both, and we miss her dearly.
To conclude, I'm going to say something en français, which is a quote from Le Petit Prince. On ne voit bien qu'avec le cœur, l'essentiel est invisible pour les yeux. One never sees the essence of things through the eyes, only through the heart. Celeste Zichronah Livracha lived her life this way, and we shall continue to miss her for